on, people? Ersin here. Welcome back to the channel. Some Arsenal news for you today as we got drawn against PSV in the knockout stages of the Champions League. We qualified for the round of 16 by finishing third in the league phase. PSV qualified by knocking out Juventus in the round of 32/playoff rounds. And it sets up an exciting tie. I'm looking forward to it. Although I'd rather have faced Feyenoord aside, I've not seen Arsenal play in a long, long time. Whereas with PSV, we faced them last year in the Champions League group stages, having beaten them 4-0 at the Emirates and then drew 1-1 at the Philips Stadion. And then we faced them in the Europa League a year ago, a year before that, under Arteta, where we beat them 1-0 but lost 2-0 at their ground. But again, another opportunity to face a decent side from the Netherlands that are 2 points off Ajax, who are top of the league. Ajax even got a game in hand. But today's topic, the Champions League. If we beat PSV, we've got a massive game against either Atletico Madrid or Real Madrid. And I see everyone crying on Twitter about it. My first thought is the excitement of facing Real Madrid again. I've not seen Arsenal face Real Madrid since knocking them out in the Champions League. Henry making that run, that sensational draw where we drew 0-0 to get through. And it's going to be a good game, whoever we face, if we beat PSV, whether we face Atletico or Real Madrid. And everyone's talking about how tough this bracket is for Arsenal. What did you want? Everything to be easy? Do you want it to be as easy as taking candy from a baby, for example? No, it's not going to be easy to win this Champions League. I've seen Arsenal win the FA Cup having to face Chelsea and City in semi-final and finals, and we won both of those. I've seen Man United beat Arsenal to get to the next round of the FA Cup. Man United just won the FA Cup, and they had one of the best teams to play against. They still ended up beating us on penalties. But we could have been in this bracket. If we beat a final, still had a tough game against Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich can go toe-to-toe with a Real Madrid, as Atletico can, you know what I mean? And Leverkusen is not an easy opposition to come up against. So we've got to take this group stage, this phase, one game at a time. Our next fixtures ain't easy. We've got West Ham. We've got a striker crisis. We got carried out to death by Mikel Merino. Will we be starting up front? I don't know. But then we face one of the best teams outside the top six, the big six in Nottingham Forest. They're doing really well. Take things one game at a time before we go to PSV. When you look at it, we've got 3 tough away fixtures back to back to back. I don't care what anybody says. An informed Forest side, then a PSV side that's going to be very up for it, that we haven't beaten, in a long stretch. I can't lie. In the last times we've played against PSV at their ground, we've not beaten them. And then we go to Man United. Man United, we beat them last year, 1-0. It's going to be difficult. We got knocked out to them in the FA Cup. They're going to be well up for it. They turn up against the tougher opposition. So when you look at PSV, everyone is excited about Real Madrid. Atletico, take it one game at a time. Well, take one game at a time when we face West Ham. But back to the draw now. We beat PSV. We got an exciting game against Real Madrid. I don't want to hear every Arsenal fan complain about Real Madrid. Oh my God, it's too tough. It's blah, blah. Bro, the whole point of the Champions League is to face the best sides. I want to know whether Saliba, Gabriel, Partey, Declan Rice, but Ethan Nwaneri, and whoever's going to be playing in that starting lineup would be competitive against Real Madrid or Atletico. I want to know whether Arsenal are good enough to beat Real Madrid on the night at the Emirates, at the Bernabeu. Same thing with Atletico. Atletico Madrid is going to be a tough game for Real Madrid, whether people like it or not. Real Madrid aren't guaranteed a spot here, and neither are we, right? When you look into the Champions League, there was a 2016 final penalty shootout. It's not going to be easy. Even when you look at the prospect of the draws that we've got. It's not easy either way. It's not going to be easy either way. Every team in the Champions League is going to be tough. It's going to be tough, right? But I like the idea we got a chance to face Real Madrid. And if Real Madrid do get knocked out, we've got perhaps an easier chance to get into the semi-finals. A semi-final we ain't made since 2008. And that's a big achievement when you look at this current Arsenal setup. Atletico Madrid, very good side with Alvarez, with Griezmann, Simeone in charge. Top quality players. They knocked us out of the Europa League semi-finals before winning it themselves. Griezmann, celebrating on us as Mustafi and Koscielny dropped horror shows. They ended up beating Marseille in the final, which is what it was. But, yeah. When I look at the draw itself, it's quite exciting. PSV, of course, we've got to beat them first. PSG v Liverpool is going to be good. PSG being absolutely on fire. They knocked out Brest, dominating that whole tie. Barcola, exciting and whatnot. And you got Liverpool. We could play Liverpool in the semi-finals if we overcome PSV or Atletico. If both us win those games, it's going to be a crazy semi-final where we have to go Anfield twice in 1 week. Ay. But Brugge, Villa, they might have something against PSG or Liverpool and be in the semi-final hat. You never know. No game is guaranteed. It's not going to be guaranteed that we're going to beat PSV. It's not going to be guaranteed that Real Madrid go to the final like they do most years. You know what I mean? But that's just my reaction to the draw. It's quite excited having the prospect of Real Madrid. How will Arteta fare against Ancelotti? How will our attack fare against their defense? How will their attack of Mbappe, Vini, Rodrigo fare against the likes of Saliba, Gabriel, Ben White, Timber, as long as those players avoid any injuries. But yeah, that's my reaction. I think Arsenal fans are overreacting, about being in this draw and instead of this draw because I don't want to face Bayern Munich again. I'm not going to lie to you. I'd rather face Real Madrid than Bayern. We got to beat PSV first. I'd rather face Atletico Madrid than face Leverkusen or Bayern Munich. Do you know what I mean? So we go from there, people. We go from there. Hopefully, we take care. We win our games. We get a new striker like Marino pops up or Erdegaard pops up with a few goals, and we take games one at a time. It's going to be hard to face West Ham. They're going to be without Paqueta, of course. We've got a lot of catching up to do with Liverpool drawing their last 2 of the last 5 games. It would have been big if we had drawn that game there. We'd won that game against Brighton. But it is what it is. Like I said, Forest ain't going to be easy. Chelsea ain't going to be easy. United ain't going to be easy. West Ham's not going to be easy. No game is guaranteed to be a victory. But I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Let me know what you think. I don't want to see no Arsenal fans overreactionary to this cup draw. It should be exciting for us regardless. An experience to face Real Madrid is going to be big if we face them. So let me know what you think in the comments, guys. We got an opportunity to face Real Madrid. Unlike last season. Unlike the season before. Unlike when we won Europa League. Who's not excited to face Real Madrid? The best team in the world right now. That's my final thoughts. In a bit, people. In a bit. I'm out!